Hi guys, hope you're keeping well. My name is Simon Horton. I'm the racer and team owner of the Hortonracing team. I thought I'd do a quick video blog, a review of the 2012 season that's just passed, and thought I'd do a top 5 questions to try and give you a little bit of an insight information as to how the season went. So where do we start? Basically the highlights of the season. The highlight for myself has got to be not one particular highlight, but finishing 4th overall in the championship, or joint 4th. This year as a clubman's competitor, I've always aspired to finish high up the grid as possible, to challenge with the big boys in the division. This year was our best shot. I'm extremely proud that we managed to finish in 4th place in the championship. There's a lot of hard effort going into it. Could we have finished a little bit better in the season? Possibly. We let ourselves down a couple of times, but overall we were always there. We always managed to get the car to the finish, or nearly always to the finish. Secured as many points as we could physically get. We let ourselves down with one performance, maybe at Pembury. We didn't drive quite as fast as I could in hindsight. Gary Pusey was driving an excellent race, and the likes, but that's racing. But we've had a lot of highlights. So yeah, it's been a good season. So I suppose the next question is, what was the best race? Well, I've actually got 2 best races actually, so I'm slightly cheating here. The first one would be from round 2 at Knockhill. There was a particular heat race with Steve Harris, which was basically we swapped positions several times over the race. Sometimes he would be quicker than me over the tarmac, passing going into the first corner, and then on the loose I was quicker than he was. We'd come back off the loose and back onto the tarmac, and he'd claw me back in, and so that was a lot of fun. Was that the racing was really close. It showed the 2 strengths of the 2 different cars. But yeah, that was an excellent race. Really enjoyed it. And the other one was going to be the Grand Prix final from the very final race of the season. That was no holds barred. Rallycross as rallycross should be, and it was physical. There's no doubt about it. The car was looking very second hand afterwards, but as a driver, it was full of drama. Everyone was pushing really hard. Steve Harris again, we had a really good tussle with him, but yeah, it was really good, and we finished 6th in that event, which was on merit as well. Yeah, excellent. So after the high points, what are the low points of the season? We actually had 2 low points, unfortunately, and they're both the same venue, both the Linden Hill events. The first event of the season, we arrived confident from last season, and probably not as well prepared as we should have been. We were a little bit blasé, and we got caught out with lots of small trivial issues. We had a bottom ball joint failure. I can't remember what the other failures were now, but there was a leak on an oil cooler fitting. Just little things. There weren't any major mechanicals, but because we only managed to finish 1 heat, we didn't make a final. We didn't get any points, and the whole weekend was wasted. In hindsight, what that did do though was basically make me rethink the entire season after 1 event, and I wasn't going to make the same mistakes again. So after that point, the preparation was perfect. We went to every event really well prepared. The other low point was the August Bank Holiday event, which was disappointing because we broke 2 gearboxes in one weekend, which is very much unheard of. My primary race gearbox, my dog box, I broke the input shaft on. Being a lost all drive, we didn't have a spare input shaft because it's not something that we usually break. So then I had to rely on the goodwill of one of my competitors, Gary Pusey, who lent me his spare gearbox, So I really appreciated that. In between his gearbox and mine, 'cause they're not exactly the same, we managed to make one other gearbox. It did actually give up it didn't last. My car's a lot more powerful, and his was a relatively standard gearbox. We started to pull the teeth off the gear set very early on in the event, and by the final we virtually had no drive. I think I had third gear, that was it. But it got us to the final, and that was great. And Gary's team and Andy Grant's team helped us very late on to reinstall the gearbox. So it was a low point and disappointment, but again it showed the camaraderie in the pits, that we all help each other out. So my driver of the season, well, my driver of the season actually isn't somebody I directly compete with. My driver of the year will be Ash Simpson from the Super Modified class. He's an old sparring partner from the Stockhatch days, and he's drove impeccably this year. He won the Super Modified class very convincingly. He's a great talent. I'd love to see him in a full-blown supercar. What he could achieve with the right backing would be almost limitless. He's a great driver, and it is a credit to himself. 2013. What am I doing in 2013? Well, the reality is it's very much an open book at the moment. We don't honestly know. Various options available to us. We will be on the grid in 2013 in rallycross. There's absolutely no doubt about it. In what car, what championship, or what class is unknown yet. We probably in reality won't know till probably very late January, early February. We are already starting to prepare the Subaru for 2013. There's quite a lot of work that we need to do to it to take that next step up, to fetch me close to the bigger teams. I think we need to lose 70 kilos of weight out of it and a bit more power. But I'm learning all the time with the car. I think Croft was definitely the highlight of my driving experience. It just showed that we've come a long way in a relatively short period of time in the class. But yeah, 2013 we'll be back on the grid, definitely. We look forward to the challenge. So just want to say a quick thank you to all the sponsors, to all my crew, most importantly, the organisers of the events, the marshals, the spectators, and just everyone that's involved with myself in the sport and supporting the team. We really appreciate every single bit of effort, and we'll be back in 2013 giving it everything. So hope you all have a great festive period. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.